scenes that probably is probably just naked and you probably
That
can't
went
tell.
straight over my head.
I think they did a great job at showing that, like the kind of things that turns people on, which I think in so many
Yes.
films they just go for the obvious, like she's looking at his ass, he's looking at her boobs, like whatever. And I feel like in real life, yeah, sure, there are those things. I'm not saying no one's turned on by that, but it's so much more subtle. Like in real life, the kind of things that turn you on make no sense almost, and you're like, I don't know why this turns me on. And I feel like they they really
Yeah,
got
you
that.
have one.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, no, I have one too that's like,
Well, I think everyone has one. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like everyone is like, why does this particular thing turn me on? No one knows. And I love how, and that's one that turns a lot of people on. But when they're at the boxing game, and Daphne is literally like gagging for it because the Duke, like takes his jacket off and like pulls up his sleeves. And she's so horny just looking at his forearms. And I know that forearms are a thing. Like, I'm not against them. I'm not particularly into them, but I know that so many girls have said to me before, like that's a
Mm,
part that I find super sexy in a boy,
wow.
and I thought that was really clever of them to show
Yeah.
this. It's like the small things that like make you want people, or like the way he takes his jacket off, the way he moves. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not just like, oh,
Yes.
he's got a good ass, which
Yeah, which he
can come
does.
into play, of course, but it's
No,
there's more to it than that.
yeah, I agree. Like, I really also enjoy, like, even though Daphne herself can be quite a bland character, I really enjoy you seeing her going from quite an innocent, a young girl to then having her like sexual awakening
Yeah,
and
they did a
how
good
it,
job of that.
they really did. And I really enjoy watching her like open up to it and that her first sexual experience as well is with herself. And then he's like, what did you think of when you touch yourself? Like, mm, that's just, it was just, I think, because of going from the bland awfulness that was season two to then going back to going back to season one. I have many things to say on season two. We'll get there.
Yeah.
I think that for those sorts of period dramas where you kind of have on the outer coating this very prim, proper thing, but then underneath it you've got this like sexual tension that's bubbling. They did a
Exactly.
really good job of like capturing that,
Yes, they really
especially
did.
through Daphne and Simon, like Daphne especially. Yeah, I really
And
enjoyed it.
like just speaking of that scene, which I mean the scene before, I love how like I know this isn't like an accurate show, but the idea of a duke asking a lady, you do touch yourself in the middle of a park in Regency, London just really makes me laugh. Like as if I mean, I don't know, I wasn't there, but I feel like that's really unlikely that they would be having this conversation.
I think so too. I probably like
I
that
liked
would have
it,
been
but it really made me laugh.